Yeah, it's happening. Okay. So you said you've already had. Well, you said you've had a bad day,
I've had a bad day. Yeah,
and it's
had a bad day.
2:10. There's still hope.
I don't
You
know. I
you
feel
could
like
come
every day is divided into 2 days. So like my first day of today was bad. And then it was nap. I mean, you don't do naps anymore, so this is
No, we
different,
do
but
for the younger child. Um, it's not
yes,
successful
right.
every day, but we're still
What did we
napping.
say we were calling him again? One of them is Chip. That's all I remember. What we're calling
Okay,
our
my
kids.
older child is Chip, and my younger child. Wait, I thought you named the younger child. Oh no, Charlie. Okay, Chip
I
and Charlie.
Charlie, Chip and Charlie. Yeah, sounds like a duo on what do they call it in the 20s? The carnival actors. Oh, in the 20s, the type of theater that was popular.
Vaudeville. What
Yes,
Harry?
yes.
Yeah,
They sound like a vaudeville duo, Chip and
yeah.
Charlie. Like
Um,
anyway, yeah, it's been a bad day. Basically, my child, who we have yet to name, it sounds weird. He's been having a lot of trouble sharing objects with other children.
mhm.
Sometimes it's fine. Sometimes it's great. We went to the playground. Things were okay. Then we took him for what's called train time at the library, and that's when it all went downhill, where he started just kind of crowding other kids and taking things from them, and it escalated. So we had to take him outside, and he was crying really loud. Then he calmed down, so I was like, okay, maybe we'll try again. You know, I wanted to give him another shot, even though I probably should have just taken him home, because if he's freaking out like that, like it's time to go home, you know?
Yes.
But it's happened before that he's calmed down and then had a great time for like an hour. So I was like, maybe we'll try again. He took a breath, he counted to 4. He was like, let's try again. I was like, okay. And then we went inside, and then he like immediately just like freaked out trying to grab something from someone, and they were like fighting over it. So I lifted him up and I was taking him out. Okay, and this is what I'll say. The first time I was taking him out, there was a man in the adult section who was clearly trying to get something important done with paperwork or a book or whatever, who looked up and glared at us while my child was crying. And I was very annoyed by that because
You didn't. Why did you look at him though? You have to just never ever look at those people, right? In the adult section.
No, but you have to walk through. This is what I'm saying. The exit should be by the children's section. You shouldn't have to walk
Yeah.
by everyone that wants quiet to take your crazy child out the
No,
door.
it's the same at the library here. Although at least the library here, the story time area is near the exit.
Yes, separate. Yes. No, and it's not like that at this library. Except for one, there is a room, but they don't use it for everything for kids. Usually they just use, there's like this rug, and that's it. So you have to like carry your screaming child past the entire quiet section of the library. He glared at me. I was annoyed. So I kind of pointed my child at him before I left the library, which was immature, but I was annoyed.
Wait, you were aiming your
I
child?
aimed the crying towards him in retaliation. I was, yeah.
Wow, you were
much.
really. I mean, you told me you yelled at a librarian.
No, that was the first time. The second time, because I gave him another chance, which I shouldn't have, because clearly I was already psycho if I did a move like that. But anyways, we went inside. He freaked out. I'm carrying him out. As he's screaming at me, the librarian is like, is everything okay? And I was angry because I was like, what do you think is going on? I was just like, he's a 2-year-old, you know? Like, and she was like, because he's being very loud. And I was like, yes, we're leaving. But I said it in a very angry way because I was clearly carrying him towards the door.
Yeah,
so there was no like, why are you even talking to me right now? We're leaving. Like, but he was, in her defense, he was extremely loud. Like death crazy cry. Like,
but did she really think that you didn't know that?
No, that's the thing. And then when we got outside, I'd had a headache all morning, and he wouldn't let me put him down. And he was screaming in my ear, and then I started crying, and then we were all just crying because I was like, this hurts so much. My headache already really hurt, but the screaming exacerbated the headache, and I was crying. Luckily, my husband was there, so he just carried him, even though he wanted me to carry him. And then we got home, and of course, the second we get home, he was like, "Great, now I can play with my trains alone." Do do do, and he was not upset at all, like, and moved on immediately.
He really learned a
Um,
valuable lesson from your
I mean,
removal.
like, what are you supposed to do at this age? Just keep them at home? I don't know. I don't know. I also, it
Yeah,
doesn't feel normal. Like, when it
what doesn't
happens,
feel
it
normal.
feels like you're the only person. It just feels like you're the only person this is happening to. Like, I
In
don't know
that
if you.
moment, you were the chosen one, you know, but
Yes,
it's some
yes,
other kid a different time,
yeah,
right? And
maybe,
he's
but
having a phase right now.
he's having a phase. I think it's that most kids by his age are in a thing, so the activities I'm going
Exactly.
to. But there are other kids his age, and they just seem so docile to me. Even when they freak out, it doesn't seem as bad. Maybe because it's
Because
not
they're not
happening
your
to me.
kids, because they're not your kids.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, I went through this with my older child at this age,
Yeah.
and I was
Yeah.
also very pregnant, and I was crying all the time.
Yeah.
Um, and prevention and just not putting ourselves in any situations where that would happen
So
was
what
all
did you do? Did you just stay home? Like, what did you do?
I would avoid situations with toys, things that could be fought over as much as possible.
Yes, the toys. Yeah, it's so stressful.
So like and story time here, there's the songs and stories, and then there's
Yeah.
playtime. And we would just always
Yeah.
leave before playtime, which we still do
I
because
remember
it's
that.
stressful. Yeah.
Right. I thought you did that because of the germs. Yeah.
Yeah, but originally, yeah, he was having trouble because when he was around this age, he was having trouble, and then all of the other kids are much younger. So then, I mean, I know what your child looks like. He looks like a big bad
Yeah.
bully, compared to these children.
Big.
And
He's
I
beautiful. He's a beautiful cherub,
He's the
but
most beautiful
also
child in the world, but and
he's
that's why you
large.
give
He's
him so
large.
many chances,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You fall for it, you're taken
I
in,
do.
and
I am.
he seems so like mature. Okay, so I think I can really speak to this because I also had like a child who could do things like count to four and like really seem like they're like okay, this time it's going to be okay. And you believe in
Right.
them because he's so smart, right? But
Well, and it's happened before when it
right.
has been okay.
But
Yeah.
emotion it's like he just can't actually follow through, right? Like because he's just not
No.
because he's two.
Right. Yeah. He does not have the capability. Like, it's like, and but that's where it's hard because you almost are forced into this situation where you have to use force to get them out of there. And like, it feels horrible. It feels horrible. I mean, I don't know. Like, it like affects my whole body having to like pick him up
Oh
when he
yeah.
doesn't want to be picked up and drag him out of somewhere. Like, even though I know like he needs to go, like he obviously is having too much of a hard time with this, so I need to like rescue him from himself. But it feels horrible. Maybe it's because like we get this physical reaction from our kids crying or
Yes.
something.
Yeah, definitely. No, it's like the worst feeling in the world. It's
It's the worst feeling. And then
terrible.
yeah, and it's just been like every day there's stuff like this, like at some point, maybe
Mhm.
multiple times, maybe not.
And do
So
you
it's
tell
just been
yourself
really
like,
like,
"Okay, it's not gonna happen this time." You wake up and you're like, "Today is gonna be a good day," because
well, I
that's
have
what
amnesia because like it because it does seem like everything is going to be okay at first.
yeah,
you
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I know what you
you
mean.
have this optimism and you're like, we're just going to have a fun day, we're just going to go to the playground, that's fun. It's also worse when most of the kids are a little bit younger. There's something about when they're
Definitely.
not a baby, but they're just a little bit younger, where it's like there's just this aggression for some reason that I don't understand.
Yeah, that's no, that's
Maybe-
so with the older child when he was this age, and his best friend. So he would mostly be spending time with her, and she is
Yeah.
about 7-ish months younger than him.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
and then every time they hung out together, he would, push her or whack, he would
Yeah.
get really, really mad at her very easily. And what the only nice thing
Mm.
about that is like the mom was very understanding and nice about it.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I mean, the
and, but
parents' reaction also has a lot to do with
but when they're
how I
parents you don't
feel.
know, I feel like it's a lot worse. So I don't like if you could
It's
keep them more with kids like that are super familiar to you, that might be easier.
there's different reactions. I mean, the parents' reactions also annoy me when I'm like trying to tell them something's not okay, and they're like, "No, it's fine." That also bothers me.
No,
I
you
don't.
can't
It's
win.
like this fine line. You can't win with other parents. Like the only thing that really relaxes me is when they're like, "He has an older sibling, so don't worry."
Mhm.
And I'm like, "Oh, okay." Like, you actually
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. No,
because
and
like
I love
when my
siblings.
kid was, yeah, 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 it's very relaxing because when my kid was younger, I did not understand what was going on with the older kids, you know? Like I had no
Mhm.
concept of what it was going to be like. But yeah, it does seem like I don't know. I guess I don't know a lot of girls his age, but I don't know. Do you think there's a difference?
Between
Like,
your
do
video's
girls push
interesting.
and grab this much? Like,
Oh, you should see some of the girls at the park. Like 3-year-old girls are really large and in charge at our playground right now. Um,
okay, so like older.
yeah, yeah.
I remember one. There was one at the playground there with like the whatever. There was one that I was like, oh yeah, she's a bruiser. But she was like, I don't know. There was, it didn't, for some reason, it just didn't come across. Maybe culturally, it's like when it's a girl, you're just like, oh yeah, okay. I
Oh,
don't
no, no,
know.
no. The girls obviously get away with way more
Yeah.
than but it's hard because
Yes.
at our park, my boys are the only boys like
Yeah.
like over the age of 2. Um, like my older child was obviously the only one his age.
On his age. Yeah.
But that's because the parents can't handle the boys and they ship them off, right?
Or
Because
they
or else
decide to
why
have girls.
yeah, they pick girls when
They
it comes
chose.
time to
Yes.
yeah, that
Which,
too.
like, I might have done so too. What did I know, But I'm
Uh,
happy to have a boy.
no, and I feel like you have what you're meant to have,
Yeah, it's true.
and we wouldn't be here today, and this
Right,
podcast
how
wouldn't
would
be
we
here
what would
today.
we talk about? Well, so what's been going on? You've had a bit of a no, I guess your husband took the kids this
My
morning.
husband took the kids. I ran into them when I was walking
Oh,
around with my friend.
is that
And they
awkward?
just kinda looked at me like, "You're not" they were like, "You're not supposed to be here," was the vibe. They weren't, like, excited to see me. They were like,
Oh, that's funny.
"My
This is not
our
part of
dad
the
is taking
plan.
us to the park, and you are supposed to be doing something else."
Right.
But I
So,
got to see them.
what's been any drama on the playground this week or
Funny you should ask.
Yeah. Oh,
Well,
yeah.
it's hard because I feel so I do think my boys are being left out because they're boys, and that wouldn't fly if if they were girls, right?
Girls. Oh,
Um,
100%. Yeah. Unless, well, I guess if they'd be like, we're scared the girls are going to get hurt or something, you could be
right.
like, it's just so boys get together because they're very physical. Maybe is the
Yeah,
way
yeah,
you could get away with that.
right, right. And if it were the choice, right, or if the parents were given the option, like, do you really want your precious little angels getting caught up in the wrestling? And also, they have like no awareness of like their only friends really are girls, so they don't know that they're different in any way. Like it doesn't make sense to them. They don't go to school or daycare like where girls seem to go off on their own and do their girl stuff. Like that just isn't their reality because they just go to the park every day
Right.
and play with girls and they don't think of them as being different. Um,
Yeah. I mean, yeah, because there's no like girls versus boys. Or does that come later in elementary school? I don't know. I remember I got a lot of marriage proposals in daycare. I don't
really?
know what was going on. Yeah, a lot of boys were asking for my hand.
Yeah,
in
you were
marriage.
dying for the chance to bring this up, weren't you?
I had a lot of marriage proposals. I had a lot of like boys buying me presents. I don't know what was going on there, like what parents were projecting onto us, like with this weird, because I was like 3, it's weird. But I had like boys who were like my suitors kind of thing at that
Oh,
age,
wow,
which
really?
was
And
really
you
weird.
remember that? You remember being free?
I remember that. I mean, well, because I was in daycare and then my parents took me to a different country, which shall not be named. And I,
Mhm.
everything changed and then I came back. So it was kind of a formative time for me. I learned a new language and then I came back and uh, felt like I was much more mature than everyone else in kindergarten because they'd never left the country.
Right, you were worldly. Wow.
Um, I was worldly. So, I mean, yeah, leaving the country and going to this new place, I have some memories from that because everything was suddenly different. Also, it was a little traumatizing because everyone at daycare forgot who I was because
Oh,
they're
they
just
did?
kids. Like when I came back, yeah, to say hi, like a year later. I mean, it's a year later than they're little
Yeah,
kids.
that's really
But
sad.
I remember them because I'm the one that left.
Right, right.
So I don't know. But
So you
I used to
started
send
feeling
cassette.
superior at a very young age,
I
like
did,
superior
yeah.
to
At a
others.
very young age, I saw the children giggling and playing and thought about how immature they were. Yes, I've had this complex for quite some time. I mean, my parents being academics certainly did not help, but this contributed.
Right, because
Yes.
you got to, like, bask in that their glow, right? Like, I
Right. Yeah,
come from your
they did the schooling to actually merit being a know-it-all. I just emulated the vibe.
like, do you feel like you taught at Harvard?
Yeah, I feel like I could.
And
I
you
feel
know
like I
what?
could
I
pull
would
that
believe
off.
you. I would believe you. I'd be like, "Yeah, they're pretty." I don't know. Maybe
People
to
used to
so
get
you're a
mad,
woman?
but yeah.
Yeah, if they had some
I'm good at
quota they needed to fill, like
some quota, yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
No, I'm good at speaking with conviction without any research to back it up. You'd think I'd be bigger online. That's like most of what's big online.
Oh, you will be
But
very soon. Very
very
soon.
soon as a boy mom. Okay, so they're being left out. Are they at all aware that they're being left out, or is it just you that's like noticing?
No, well, I mean, they go to the park and they're like, "Where is everyone?" And it's because they're all
Right.
at this house where this party is
Ugh.
happening for these girls.
I mean, it's got to be. Well, I don't. I mean, the person organizing it. I don't know. Like, how do they feel about you? Or is it definitely about them being boys? Who knows?
Right. No, there are
But,
many, many factors. It could be me. It could be my husband. Uh,
so wait, okay. So they didn't get invited to the tea party. So are you gonna have like a what's a boy equivalent of a fishing? No, you're vegan. Like a
also, it might
a,
just be
a
because we're vegan. We might not be invited to these things because we're vegan,
oh,
right?
we
I
don't want
mean,
to get a milk equivalent. It's LA. It can't
also
be
we
because
don't,
you're vegan.
and and also we don't need any food. I just want to be invited. You don't have to feed us.
Yeah.
I just want to be
No.
there. I mean, we go to
No,
like
but are
birthday
you gonna
parties
be?
all the time where there's not really anything we can eat, but I'm just so
Yeah.
happy to be there.
So happy. Actually, we met in an event. We met at an event that had no food for you. I don't know
Oh
if you
yeah,
remember.
that's true. That's true. And if
Yeah.
I hadn't looked past that,
You
if I had
you were
stormed out of
pissed.
there, I would have never met you, right? We
That's
wouldn't.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. We wouldn't be friends if you had an even temperament. Wait, so yeah, are you gonna have what's the boy equivalent of a tea party? A
Monster,
beer
monster.
party?
We're all gonna go to a monster truck rally.
I thought
Right?
you were gonna say Monster Energy.
What
Energy
monster? We're
drinks.
all gonna drink Monster energy drinks. Boys are
I mean, Monster Truck Party. My child would freak the hell out if I ever took him to a monster. He would like. be obsessed. That would be his favorite thing we ever did.
And why are you depriving him?
I know we have to do it. We will. Maybe we will for his third birthday. For his second birthday, we took him on a tractor ride. That was pretty good.
Okay. Then I think this is the
It was a
next
good one.
obvious next step.
Yeah, next level. Yeah. When does the vehicles thing subside? Who knows? Maybe at 5. Never.
I mean, my 5-year-old, I will still see just kind of pushing a vehicle slowly across the floor. And
Mm.
he plays dash bus. So
Oh, right,
for
right.
him, it's very his way of playing is very literal, um, and grounded. Like he'll go go to the park on the dash bus, and then he'll come home
Uh-huh.
and he'll pretend to be going to the park on a dash bus, and so he's pushing the
Well, that's good. You're reliving your experiences to
yeah
process
immediately.
them.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
right
In
away.
this case, it's kind of a boring one, but it's just
Not to him,
just
not to him.
going up the hill.
Yeah,
I mean, that's good. Yeah, not to him, not boring. One, good that it's not dramatic like our lives here in the busy, disgusting, stinky streets of Brooklyn. Ugh.
you're moving back. I
Really
mean, like
smells
next
so
week.
bad.
So,
We'll see. Look, if my husband can get a job, we'll be
but right
back.
now, okay. So
We'll
right
see.
now, boy moms though is meant to represent a boy mom from
Both
each
coasts.
coast. Yeah,
Mhm. Yeah.
certainly nowhere
It's kind of
else.
better for the podcast if we stay, like, because then we get both coasts in a way. But
It's not,
I
but
don't
then we
know.
can record in person.
Yeah, it is better. We'll see whatever is meant to be,
I
you
can
know?
really look in your eyes when you're talking,
Yeah, I know.
instead of doing this.
Someone told me they saw my parenting. I forget what term she used, but I was like community based or whatever. That I'm like that I stopped my son from hitting other kids. I was
That's
like,
called
what?
community-based
She's like,
parenting.
yeah, something. I was
Why
like,
do they have to have
what?
a
She was
name
like,
for everything? My
cause
God,
I don't know. Because she said most people are like boys will be boys and just let them do anything, and I'm
that
like,
is not true.
I've never
Who
seen
said
anyone
that?
do that.
Was this a
It was
person who
somebody
has
from they're from a red state and they moved here. So maybe that was their experience in the red state.
Oh, okay. I could see that, I guess.
Maybe it
But
could be
also
different.
they're more like authoritarian. Like how I know
Right.
that we have tourists from the Midwest at our park, or not even from the Midwest, just somewhere else, is like I'll hear
Yeah.
like a parent like yell at their kid, and I'll be like,
Yeah.
what is happening? Like, call the police. Oh no. And it's just because there's like a guy visiting from Nevada or whatever with his kid.
Yeah.
So like they keep maybe in a way they keep their boys in line
I
more
mean, the
than
nannies do that here for sure. They
yeah,
yell.
yeah, yeah.
They talk very friendly. And I think have expectations that I'm like, that kid's not going to understand. Like, it's like there was a boy who was crying, definitely under 2, that he kept trying to take someone's toy and she was like, that's not your toy. No, it's not. No, it's not. And he was like crying, crying. And she was like, it's not yours. Like,
I
we
mean,
can't.
I
And
respect
like
that
all
because
these,
that's just the truth. And like,
well, and it was complicated rules too. It was like, now you can use it because like confusing things about when people's turns were happening and stuff. But
mhm.
also, like, I feel like, can he really grasp ownership at that age, you think? But it was true. I mean, that's the thing. And the nannies influenced me too, because I'm like, should I be harder on him? They're so hard on them. Like the way they talk. When they're crying, they're very like harsh, even though the kid is crying, you know? There's no like empathy.
Hmm. Right, you're kind of
It
like
makes me
you're trying to like get on their level in a way, right?
Yeah,
Like,
well, when they're the only other adults at the playground, it's like that's what's going on, you know? You're all kind of like in it together. I don't know.
so you're like code
But
switching. Like, this is your
it's hard
nanny or
not to
something.
feel judged if I'm like not hard enough on him when they're around because like I can feel their
Their
sense of,
judgment.
I don't know, disciplines. Yeah, their judgment and their judgment in many ways. I mean, also because I can't hire them. It's like, so I'm just like useless. Like,
And
it's
do
like being a
they know
woman
that?
at
They know that you're not
zero.
gonna hire them.
I think they know. Yeah. Yeah.
Like they're not
For
sucking up
whatever.
to you. Yeah, the nannies here know that I am not going to hire.
Yeah. Yeah. There's one that tried the other day. She's like, "Don't you want a date night?" You know, I was like, "We'd love a date night, but we're not," like, it's not gonna happen, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
um, but she was not from that playground, like, so she didn't recognize me. She was like a new person I
Oh,
talked
I see,
to.
I see.
Yeah, and I was like, "I'm sorry." Like, it's like, I know you need the money. I need the money too, you know, like, it was like two people talking to each other in the same scenario. Like, it's like, we need money, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
was like, I literally cannot help you. No, but the other ones I'm sure no, because I saw one of them totally switch it up with a mom that clearly was like higher income. And she's like, "Hi." I was like, I've never heard her talk to anyone like that before. Like, I've
She's
never
never
heard
reached
that
that
voice.
octave before with you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But they're not mean. They're just like, but I don't know. One of them, I was sitting on the park bench and she was like, "Get up," because I was next to her stroller and I was like, "Whoa." But
Oh,
it was a
so New
very crowded
York.
day at the park. I know,
She
dude.
said, "Get up" to
Get up.
you?
Yeah. To me, because it was the spot that was next to their stroller, like that, you know. But
I admit,
I
I
was
would have
like,
gone home crying if that happened to me.
I didn't cry. I have become a New Yorker in that sense where I'm like, all right, whatever. Like, I don't know, stuff like that.
But here
But
it's
the
just
librarian girl,
context-wise, it would be so shocking here. Like, I feel like
it would be.
I'm
Well,
like, I'm more direct than most people here. So, like, I guess
yes,
I
you
think I'm gonna
definitely
be
are.
fine.
But it also, the playground gets insane in the afternoons. Like, it's just a stressful situation. It's like rush hour at the playground. Like, the school gets out, all the daycares gets out. It's like, it feels like at least 50 kids in like this tiny like playground, you know.
And
So
every playground is
it's
like
just
that?
mayhem. And I don't know, but that's the one that's close to us, and I should probably stop going there in the afternoons. I should
I think we
probably try
figured
to
this
go.
out.
Well, I mean, it doesn't. I mean, there's drama no matter where we go. But yeah, that's a little rough. That's just my own laziness in the afternoon. I think that I don't want to walk for 20 minutes to the other playground
Okay, so
because
he
he
has a
also
tougher time in the afternoon with the sharing and stuff?
no, he has a tough time no matter what. It's tough.
Okay. Uh,
It's literally just bad right now. Like,
okay, all you can do
he
okay.
like
What? Finish what you're saying.
well, I was just gonna say the other day he like I stopped him from pushing this kid. And then a couple minutes later, he like picked up this red straw from the ground and ran to the kid and brained him. Like, um,
Oh my
not
what?
hard because it's a straw. It didn't hurt him, but it was like clearly premeditated and clearly like I didn't get to push him before. Now I'm gonna get it done. You know, like,
Jeez.
like, and I thought, you know, it's like really there's a lot. So usually it's good for about half an hour and then it takes a turn. Like it's like and I don't know why. He's eating enough, he's sleeping enough. There's some kind of regression going on, I think.
This is about
Yeah.
when I would be Googling like boot camp for 3-year-olds, military school for 3-year-olds.
I just look up, I'm like, is it normal? You know, or I'm like reading Reddits, these horrible Reddits where people are like, I'm starting to dislike my kid. I'm like, that's not how I feel.
Yeah, no.
But like, but I'm like, okay, but they are doing the same thing. Like, there's other kids doing the same thing. I think it's just their brain grows, and suddenly it's like everything, all the tools of being themselves are new again, and they have to like relearn
Mhm,
everything, and it's
mhm.
harder every time.
Um,
But I don't know what strategy to use. I mean, some strategies work sometimes, but like, Lord knows, I like it's like I don't, it feels like everything I'm doing isn't working. Or this, I mean, I think I can't fight this. It's just human development. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I think you mostly just have to get through this. But like for your own cortisol levels, like of like avoiding toys, like at least like if there is a playground with toys, just don't go there. Like, right?
There is no playground that's safe from toys here.
Really?
It's crazy. Yes, toys and also like motorized children's vehicles
No, it's horrible.
people have.
Isn't okay, we've been
It's
through
crazy.
the playground is the toy. Why do you I mean, I've been saying this
Yes, you
every
don't
day.
need the toy.
So why do you
No,
need to
but we bring toys. You need toys now defensively because if everybody else has toys and you want them not to freak out, they need to trade a toy to swap toys. If he can trade a toy and swap toys, it can be a good time. They both play with each
but
other's toys and then
no
it's
matter what,
chill.
you are increasing the number of toys. And by increasing the number of toys, you are increasing the opportunities for
Yeah,
conflict
but
by sheer
when
number.
other people have a toy, no, but I'm telling you, when other people have a toy and he doesn't have a toy, it's we can't stay there. We have to leave. Like it's not it's it he cannot divert his attention from that toy.
I'm trying to
It's
remember
over.
I'm trying to remember how old my older child was when I got him into like it just became a known thing that he did not mess with any toy at the playground for a while. Like
Mm.
he just didn't touch them. I think when he was like 3.
Yeah,
So
but that there'd be like 2 toys. Like it's like this is like dozens of toys. And sometimes people leave toys at the playground that they're just toys that live at the
no.
playground. Like and there's just toys there. Like and balls like yeah. And yeah, the other day there were these motorized bikes. Motorized.
No.
Anyway, yeah, no, there's no winning. But yeah, maybe it will just only go to the other playground for a while and see how it goes.
And
It's
just
further
being
away,
around
but
lots of kids. Like he's probably also just
it
overstimulated
might be
by
too
the
many
number
kids.
of children, right?
Yeah, it might just be too many kids. I mean, this morning there were like maybe 8 kids at the playground, and then there were like 8 or 9 more kids at the library. I don't know,
Oh,
you
wait,
know?
8 or 9 kids at the train time?
Yeah, it wasn't a ton, but they were playing with the trains. Like it's the objects. Like he just
Yeah,
wants to
yeah, yeah.
grab the things from the other kid.
How far
He's
are
just like
you
my
from
toy, mine.
could you just go to Prospect Park and have him run around to get
We can
energy out?
go. There's a playground that's like at the bottom. Oh, you mean just like a field?
Yeah, like I'm thinking
There
of
are
things you can do
fields.
that don't involve
Yeah.
lots of other kids.
Right. Yeah, it's like a 20-minute walk. Yeah, maybe we should go with, but then I don't see anyone all day. It's like depressing, but yeah, we could go. We could go to the parade ground is what it's called.
Yes, yes, I know what you're talking about.
But yeah, we could go there. And when he's indoors, well, I don't know. Yeah, maybe things have just got he's just in a new phase. It really wasn't like this before. Like he'd have small conflicts, but then when I told him to share, he'd give the other kid a toy and it was fine. Like but now all of a sudden it's just like gotten way worse. And way more separation anxiety. I don't know if you're having that with is Charlie exhibiting anything similar? They're similar age.
Right, so he's 1 month older than your
Yeah.
child. Um,
Yeah.
and there just aren't nearly as many opportunities for this kind of fun. Well, like there are toys at the playgrounds. At there are scooters. There are objects. Um, but it's like the other kids are the ones hitting him over over the objects.
Okay.
But
Well, he also has a different personality.
he's just so
What?
he's a little angel is the thing.
He's so
Um,
sweet. Yeah. That's the
he's
thing.
so
Yeah.
so I think
He's
if
just
you
a
have
little
another
sweetie.
kid, maybe you'll get a sweet one, right? That's
I mean, he's also my kid's an angel, but he's like an angel of destruction.
right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's how I mean, you know how my older child is, and a lot of the stuff
Yeah,
you're
he's
doing.
similar to that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like that
Just
you had to
strong-willed.
like get that out. Like that's like the first try first try kid, or just like
But we
boop, that's
can't
what
have it. I mean, but we can't afford to have
that's
another
fine.
kid. I
That's
mean,
fine.
that'd be like
So
crazy.
you're stuck with this one who again is one of the greatest children I've ever met. Um,
Although he would probably love to have a sibling. I mean, I don't know. He's very social. That's the thing. It's like he loves going up to other people, but now I have to guard. But I don't want to project this like negativity, like he's going to do something bad. So I don't want to hover, but I also want to like be there if he's going to do anything. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, Charlie really is just like a little angel. He's
and he's done stuff to me when he's been frustrated. And
okay. Well, that's something.
he's kind of gently moved other kids away from him, like sure, like at the playground. Um, but
Hmm.
that's
But younger
but he's
children also are like,
it's different. It's different. Yeah,
yeah.
they're along for the ride. He's so much more resilient
Mm.
because he's had to deal with the abuse of his older sibling.
Older, right?
Yeah.
That's right. They get it already at home, so it's like they've been through the other side of it. Like, yeah.
Yeah, it
I'm
is
trying not
different.
to like with it. Yeah.
But I would freak
Anyway.
out about this stuff like all the time. I was on Reddit and it was so on Reddit I feel like they're always like I can't but like if this child hit my child at the playground and then all the comments would be like, "Oh, how could that happen? Like you stand up for your child." Like it's so much worse
Right.
to
Yeah. It's
have
always
the kid be the hitter than have them be the victim.
yes. No, and also Reddit's I find a lot of Reddit is also like, I don't like my kid. Why did I have a kid? And I'm like, that's not how I feel though. Either that or yeah, they're on the side of like the kid who's been hit. Yeah, for sure.
And then if you look up
I mean,
toys at the playground, people are always like, "Well, why don't you just teach your kids to share?"
yes. And it's like they literally don't have the actual capability of doing that until they're like perfectly until they're like 3.5 or 4. Like really.
Yeah, yeah.
They're not like able to they can take turns and even that it's like my kid gets really confused because he knows the rule of taking turns is like you take a turn, you give it back. But then when kids don't want to share, he's like, but that's the rule. Like we take turns, so then it's all just confusing because no one's following the rules. But then other kids are like going through other stuff and they need their toy, they don't always want to share their toys. And then that's hard. And yeah, anyway.
Okay. In summary,
Yeah.
we're both having some major issues related to parenting at the moment, and yours are related to your child's frequent assaults on other children, right? And
Yeah,
then
and meltdowns as a result.
in my case, it's the not even other moms,
The mom,
moms and nannies.
nannies
But as usual, men
combined.
are perfect, and boys are perfect.
That's why they
And
rule the world.
that's what we're trying to put across with this
Yes.
podcast called Boy Moms.
Boy boss. It's boy boy
Boy
moms.
Boss. I say
And
bring
our
back the boys. If you're doing IVF, pick boy, okay?
boy,
Because or else
yes.
there's going to be an imbalance. Too many of you are picking girls. Let's pick some boys.
Yeah.